Today, we are peeling back the curtain on what the media loves to call a grassroots revolution. But folks, when you follow the money, what you actually find is a political heist, a masterclass in gaming the taxpayer-funded campaign finance system, wrapped in buzzwords like equity, justice, and solidarity. This is the story of Zohran Mamdani's so-called Grassroots campaign, a campaign that raked in over $10 million, a lot of it from you, the taxpayer. Let's break it down. Welcome to Nelly Miranda. Okay, so according to a bombshell investigation by White Collar Fraud, Mamdani's campaign pulled off what they're calling the perfect political heist. And here's how it works. New York City's taxpayer-funded matching program multiplies small donation. So candidates get $8 of public funds for every $1 donation from an individual. Sounds great, right? Small donors, power to the people. Well, not quite. Turns out a staggering 94% of Mamdani's donations were bundled by just one professional fundraiser, a single operative, connected to a nonprofit that, surprise, is also funded by taxpayers. Jared McFarlane, a development associate at the Action Lab, a New York-based nonprofit, personally bundled over $1.6 million for Mamdani's campaign, accounting for 94% of all contributions. Notably, McFarlane's bundled donations lacked the required donor disclosures, raising concerns about transparency and compliance within campaign finance laws. The Action Lab, McFarlane's employer, has received substantial government funding, including a $6.2 million grant from New York State in 2023 and over $400,000 in additional grants from 2024 to 2025. The overlap between public funding and political fundraising highlights a serious need for oversight. This wasn't a neighborhood bake sale. It appears to be a well-oiled political machine laundering public money through legal loopholes. So let's talk about where that money went. His campaign spent $3.9 million on digital and television ads, nearly $800,000 on payroll, and over $120,000 on polling firms. Oh, and close to $90,000 on, wait for it, Beyonce's tour production company, AEG, because nothing says working class movement like shelling out six figures to a global pop star's event company. This wasn't Grassroots. This was AstroTurf. Very, very expensive AstroTurf. And what do New Yorkers get from all of this money? A platform that reads like a wish list from a socialist utopia, rent freezes, city-run grocery stores, goodbye bodegas, free buses and trains, universal child care, with no mention of where the money will actually come from. The math is not adding up. It's looking like 2 + 2 = 5. The bodega owners are furious. They're already speaking out and saying this grocery plan would wipe them off the map.
Here, United Bodegas of America is here because we don't want for the 25,000 immigrants that invested their money, took risks for their families, and are currently serving the poorest communities in New York to be disrupted by a lie. There's no way that New York City can take over and install bodegas run by the government. This is not a communist country. This is a capitalist country where immigrants came to work and progress. And we are here because we are in disbelief of the truth that the government is going to come in and set up bodegas where we're located. That cannot happen. We will not allow that to happen, and New York City government will not allow that to happen. Government does not know how to run businesses. Every business that government runs is bankrupt. That's why our taxes keep going up, because they don't know how to run a business.
And guess what? The wealthy are already calling real estate brokers in Florida, because when the bill for these policies come due, it won't be Mamdani paying it. It'll be small businesses. It'll be landlords. It'll be middle-class families. And as usual, of course, the wealthy. In the lefties media, they're busy writing glowing puff pieces, calling him the AOC of City Hall. They call this a progressive wave, visionary grassroots organizing, but they conveniently ignore the fact that this entire campaign was propped up by taxpayer dollars and weaponized against the very taxpayers funding it. This is legalized fraud dressed up as activism. If this is the future of politics, we are in trouble. Because what Mamdani just pulled off, others are going to copy. So this is the playbook. Use public funds, hire professional bundlers, funnel millions into corporate media buys, sell it to the public as grassroots. And if you dare to criticize it, you'll be called a racist, xenophobic, anti-immigrant, anti-worker, anti-everything under the sun. It's political extortion with a smile and a nice manicure. Yeah, his hands be manicured. They be cute too. This story should terrify every taxpayer in America because, well, first of all, anyone who promises you free will give you a fish to eat, but never teach you how to fish. And people like that, nope, they should never be trusted. What do you think? Is this smart politics or blatant corruption? And should there be stricter laws on how nonprofits interact with political campaigns, especially when those nonprofits are receiving taxpayer money? Let me know in the comments, and also head over to whitecollarfraud.com to read the full article because Sam Antar does a phenomenal job of breaking this down with documents, receipts, everything. And as always, if honest commentary brings you value, please make sure you like and subscribe as it really helps support the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.